everyone. My name is Allison Francis, editor at Channel Futures, and thanks so much for joining this Channel Futures Fast Chat, where we'll be discussing customer trends, challenges, and opportunities. I want to welcome our guest, Esteban Blanco, who is Chief Geek Officer at Blanco IT. Esteban, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, Allison. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Of course. Now, you guys are you're based in Arlington, Texas. Is that correct? A bit hot down there right now.
Yeah, that is correct. We're very proudly in Arlington, Texas, members of the Arlington Chamber of Commerce. And yeah, we're very proud Arlingtonians over here.
Now, I'll dive right in here. I would love to give us a little bit of background. Tell us about Blanco IT. What type of verticals do you guys specialize in? Just kind of tell us about your background.
Well, yeah, we started in 2014. I had started actually the company in 2001 as a side business, but I had a normal job, which somehow this is not a normal job, but you know what I mean. And so I worked for other people. In 2014, I unfortunately lost my job. And on my drive home, I thought to myself, I think I could probably do this on my own and I would like to try. And so on my drive home, I made the decision, we're going to go full time. And within a week, we had our first managed service customer, which was incredible. And so today we have about 75 managed service customers that range from all-in product to just hourly basis type of work. The verticals that we work on is very diverse, which came in very, very handy during COVID, because if we had only been in the restaurant or hotel business, for example, or the tourism industry, we've probably been in serious trouble. When we acquire a customer, we go in and learn everything about that business. And so we understand, for example, with an accounting firm, what the important dates are for them, April 15th, September 15th, October 15th, for example, understanding the package of products they use for software. And so that's what we do. We go and kind of dive into be an expert into that business, because at the end of the day, we want to partner with our customers rather than being just a vendor. We want to be partners with them in use the IT platforms to be able to make them successful and make them money. And of course, we're very, very proud members of the Dell Expert Network, which has been a complete game changer for us in how we deal and do business with Dell.
Well, going back to what you said about, actually being a partner to your customers, like that, learning their businesses inside and out is such a, I wouldn't say overlooked aspect of it, but I mean, you get caught up in the day-to-day. That's kind of something that maybe gets lost in the shuffle. So.
Oh, absolutely. And Allison, the thing to be mindful of is that the IT or MSP relationship with the customer is an incredibly intimate one. You have access to absolutely everything.
Yep.
If you ask an employee, including the business owner, hey, what's your password to this? They'll give it to you without hesitation.
Wow.
Because you're working on their stuff. And so that relationship is an incredibly intimate relationship. Is also a relationship where you are sitting in a trust position. Okay, this is like the CFO type of trust that you have to have. And so partnering with the customer rather than just being a vendor and making them feel that, hey, you are part of our family too. We want to be part of yours. And so the fun part is that we get invited to, Thanksgiving parties, Christmas parties, we have friendships with our customers where we go. I mean, tomorrow I get to golf with a customer and we're going to go, play 36 holes of golf together. And it's just one of those things that you develop the partnership, and they know that you have their back and you're in their corner at all times. And that's proven to be critical for us.
100%. Well, piggybacking on that a little bit, what are some of the, kind of current trends and challenges? I mean, especially coming out of the pandemic, but / opportunities that you're facing with your customers at this time? What are you kind of seeing?
Well, I think at first, the way I was thinking about it was remote work, right? When you have a county judge telling people, hey, 24 hours, everybody's going home, you got to move quickly. So we had to. Fortunately, a lot of our customers were already cloud-based, Microsoft 365, servers on the cloud, et cetera, laptops, all that stuff, VPN access. Several of those were already set up. But those that have desktops, old school way of doing things, right? Right. We had to think very quickly on our feet and come up with solutions for them to be able to work remotely. Then we realized, hold on, in the haste of getting everybody home, did we think really through security? Because I mean, let's face it, hackers are not gonna sit there and going, okay, we're in a pandemic, we're gonna take a break. Hackers are
Let's
gonna
just lay off. Let's let everyone figure their stuff out.
Exactly. We're all in this together. That's not going to happen with hackers, right? And so they knew that everybody, and I mean the entire world, is at home and working from home, and they know that getting past a router for an ISP, it's child's play. Most of those routers are going to be admin on the passwords, right? And so we then had to focus our energy on making sure that the data was secure and that our customers that were getting into those networks were secure. So we had to spend hours making sure that we hardened everything, and we did. Everybody's is good and hardened, fortunately, but we have seen, and I think every MSP would agree with me, that we have seen an uptick on security issues, and the hacking world is on overdrive right now. I sit on the board for the advisory board for the CompTIA ISAO, which is the Information Sharing and Analysis Organization. And the purpose of that organization is merely security and sharing with one another what's happening out there. You think of the Kaseya hack. In my opinion, excuse me, in my opinion, the Kaseya hack was not an attack on one MSP. That was an attack on all MSPs, even if you don't use Kaseya, because now they're going after us to be able to get to our customers. And I personally, I take that personal.
Oh, sure.
Because we felt that, hey, this is an attack on all of MSPs. And so it's just incredible to see. I get 10, 15 emails a day of new threats, new ways that they're doing things. And it's really, really tough to keep up with it. And so that's one of the things that our focus has really shifted into. We have developed, and actually we started that yesterday. We have developed an emergency broadcast system for our customers. And we told them, if you ever get an email from us, it's not to sell you products, it's to tell you, this is happening. We need you to make sure that everything is updated on your computers, or make sure that if you see this email, be careful, do not open it, because this is what's happening. And so to me, education is key on this, because I don't think that there is any tool out there known to man at this point. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is any tool out there that it can prevent a hack. Why? Because if you're the target, I think they're going to get in.
Yeah.
If they can get inside of the NSA target or Equifax, which really, if they had one job, and if they can get into those networks that are incredibly hardened, millions of dollars worth of equipment and IT infrastructure, they're going to get past our stuff. It's just, in my opinion, a reality. The question is, how hard are you going to make it? Do you have multi-factor authentication? Do you have everything segmented?
Yep.
And also taking charge in teaching the employees and your customers what to do and what not to do.
Yes.
So one of the things that we offer for free, for example, for our customers, is we'll do a lunch and learn. And we'll tell them, bring us in at noon. We'll go out there, give a presentation about security, and teach our employees what to do and what not to do. And we do that free of charge because we feel that that's, again, part of that partnership. Is important for us to give the tools to our customers to stay safe, because the last thing we want to do is have to do a reactive type of situation where we have to go and recover everything, that's going to take hours, and that's going to hurt our customers. So anything that we can do to maintain that data is secure, is imperative. But again, working from home has been a challenge for a lot of MSPs, including ourselves. The security aspect of working from home, and also the security aspect of hardening those networks and making sure that people know what they're doing. Expansion of workforce also, where right now our customers are seeing that people don't want to go back to work. And so some of our customers are having a hard time getting employees. And so when they get an employee, it's like, hey, we need them onboarded immediately. And it's adjusting to that to be able to say, well, yeah, we'll be there in 48 hours. No, we're going to be there today or in 24 to get you onboarded because this person starts tomorrow. We've been seeing that a lot. And so it's just adjusting, is making sure that if our customers are saying we need you to run faster, we run faster than them so we don't have to react. And it's keeping up with it.
Wow, excellent. Yeah, the security thing is very interesting. And, you mentioned the part about education. So many errors happen when, it's user error. So that's, I think, one of the biggest aspects of it. So, good for you guys for making that an emphasis. Now, you touched on this a little bit earlier, but I wanted to go back to it. How has being a member of the Dell Expert Network helped Blanco IT? Can you go into that a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Gosh, man, it's hard to put it into words, Allison, because if you think about it, every MSP in the world thinks of companies like Dell, Intel, HP, any of the big names as a massive company. And when you're a small business, people have this idea, including customers, but to do business with a big company like that, you have to order hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment for you to get attention, right? That's always been kind of the trend and the thought process behind it. You have to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to be able to have somebody's direct line to make a phone call. Or if there is a problem, you're going to have to go through all these processes to be able to get something accomplished with the big company. Not the case anymore with Dell Expert Network. The Dell Expert Network has enhanced our ability to do business with Dell by 100%, where we have now a dedicated person that does all of our sales and all of our procurement. And that person has learned my business and how we order computers and what kind of computer. I mean, they've gone to know my clients. And so all I have to do is send Devin an email saying, Devin, I need a laptop similar to the one that we got for Harman Wanzer last month. No problem. I have a quote in 10 minutes from Devin. Being able to not even have to call the 800 number to do a support call. If I know that the hard drive is broken, I can log in to a website and put in the part request, and they send me the part and I replace it. Being able to use rewards, our rewards that we get for buying the equipment, you can use it to buy equipment for your office. This printer that is sitting right next to me over here was courtesy of the Dell Expert Network. The screens that are over here and that camera that I'm using was courtesy of the Dell Expert Network. Or you can even take some of that money and buy equipment for, say, a nonprofit that doesn't have the money or the budget to buy a printer. We'll tell them, hey, we'll get it for you. There's no money out of our pocket, and we're helping and blessing one of our customers in a nonprofit to be able to do their job. So you have the ability to communicate with Dell so much easier. The procurement of equipment is a breeze. Being able to put in your own tickets and support requests without having to sit on hold and waiting, it's incredible. And there's so much more than they can do with the Dell Expert Network. I can tell you that the gals and guys that are leading this charge, from Lucas all the way down, are just incredible people. And anytime that we've had, and frankly, we don't have that many problems with Dell, because Dell is, in my opinion, my professional opinion, is the best product in the market for anything that it's IT related. And so we have the ability to pick up the phone when we've had a problem, and if we're not getting the traction, perhaps it happened once that we couldn't get the traction we needed, I called my friend Wes, and guess what? It got taken care of within 24 hours. It's incredible. The Dell Expert Network, if an MSP is listening to me today and you are not a member of the Dell Expert Network, I encourage you to be a part of that. And if you don't know how to do it, I'll be happy to tell you how to do it.
Awesome. Well, I want to lob one last question at you. We talked about some of the challenges and opportunities that are in the market right now. Do you have any advice, for your fellow MSPs across the country that are maybe dealing with some of the same things? And again, security is going to be a big one. what advice would you give them for these sorts of things over the last year, to 1.5 years?
I would say that, again, focus on security. If you're a member of the Dell Expert Network, you can get a membership to the CompTIA ISAO, and that would be beneficial for you to know what's happening in the world and be able to react quickly to upcoming threats. I think communication, Allison, is key. All of us are busy. I get that. All of us have a very difficult day-to-day, and all of us are busy. However, making sure that you're communicating with your clients, letting them know that we're here, and them knowing that you have their back. I had a conversation with a client yesterday that we had to do a complete revamp of their network, and we finished most of it yesterday. We're just still waiting on a vendor to do a few things with their phone system. But hearing the customer tell you, I cannot tell you how blessed we are to have you and Luke as part of our team. That just makes my entire year, just to hear one customer say that, because that means that we're doing something right. And so just focus on that customer service, focus on that communication, make sure that your customers know that you're doing everything in your power to serve them better. I mean, for example, we've acquired more customers outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I thought to myself, man, if there's an emergency and I need to get to customers fast, it would take me hours to go to an airport, buy a ticket, fly to them, get a rental car, and get to them. And so I sat there thinking, what can I do? And I just decided to become a pilot myself. And so I could just drive to Grand Prairie Airport, rent a plane, and 20 minutes later, I'm airborne heading to Austin.
Wow.
And so I am about to actually do my first solo, possibly next week, because I felt that it was important that we were fast to get to our customers in case something happened. Instead of 2.5 hours to Austin or 4 hours to Houston, we could be there in 55 minutes or an hour and 15, from the time that we take off. And so those are the kind of things that I think that you have to do, is to go that extra mile for your customers, so they know that you have this under control, and they go to sleep knowing that you're driving this boat to make sure that they're secure and their data is secure to the best of your ability.
Right. You're setting that bar pretty high.
Oh yeah, I'm not suggesting that you go out there and become a pilot yourself, but that it's just an illustration of what you should do for your customers. You need to go all out, because think about it. These are the people that are not only paying your bills, but also they're putting their trust on you, on your company. They're trusting you to do the job and take care of them. It's almost like when you go to the doctor, right? You're putting your entire health and trust on them to make sure that you become healthy. And so that I don't see the difference between the IT industry and that. You're in a position of trust. Earn that trust, keep that trust, and do whatever it takes to make sure that your customers know that you'll be there always for them.
Very well said. Very well said. Well, thank you so much, Esteban, for being here today and chatting with us, and have a great day. And thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be a part of this. Anytime that we can do this, let us know. We'll be more than happy to participate.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.